Okay, guess what came in the mail? All of this is my IVF meds. This is overwhelming to look at, but I got a list of everything here. Some of them need to be put in the fridge, so now I just have to organize them. So today is September 19th. So I start my IVF in, not next week, but the week after. Oh my gosh, that just made me have butterflies. Okay, so we have, I'm just gonna like pull everything out. I'm gonna cry. I'm so excited, but so nervous. Okay, that's everything. Kind of overwhelming, but they sent us videos of every medication, how to mix it, how to inject it, all that stuff. So I'll be doing them by myself because Spencer really has a fear of needles, so he is out for the count on that one. And then we start our baseline ultrasound next Friday. Oh my gosh, everything's coming up fast. So we will do that, get blood work, make sure everything's good to go, and then we start October 1st. So crazy. Okay, we're gonna do an MTV Cribs moment. So, this is my fridge. So we have the Cetrotide stuff, the Manipure and the Gonal F. And then over here, we've got the Novaril and all the needles that go with that. And then this is the Leuprolide. And that one has the scary needle. So, just 2 weeks. Let's see how those shots make me feel. I know I'm so nervous. Shots don't make me nervous, but the aftermath of it all, my hormones, that's what makes me nervous. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. We did the baseline.
Hmm?
We did the baseline.
Baseline, ultrasound.
And blood work. They only tested my estrogen. Do the TSH or prolactin.
Are they supposed to?
Nope. She said that's all we need.
Okay.
So maybe we'll get a call. He said by 6:30 to give us the green light or the red light.
I just wanted to reach out to you to let you know that your blood work results are today. Everything looks great. Did you want me to go ahead and start your calendar?
Okay, that's so exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Do you have any questions or anything?
Perfect. I'm excited. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Stuck. So excited.
Good news or bad news? One second. Lance, is that okay? Okay, what's up?
We start our meds on Sunday.
You got a big smile from both of us.
Yay! It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, they said everything looks good and
can call with any questions about the medicine or anything. At any time.
Okay. Awesome. You excited?
Yeah.
Nervous?
I'm excited.
Good. Good. I'm excited too. I think you got a third one that's excited here too.
It's so weird. I can't believe it's happening.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, I'm glad I found out. I'm literally just about to walk in, so that was perfect timing.
That is perfect timing. Yep. Give yourself a minute to breathe and collect yourself. And I mean, we're still obviously early, and there's lots of steps. So we'll just take it one step at a time and go from there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
I'll talk
And
to
my
you
mom,
later.
I think is mouthing I love you too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love you too,
cry,
Nance.
so.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk
Thanks,
soon.
babe. I love you.
Donal F is a medication that contains a gonadotropin called FSH. Donal F stimulates the ovaries to grow in the syringe plunger.
Okay. You may exit stage right. Easy. Easy. Okay. Now pull up. Revealed.
That's my next favorite part.
You can step away, look away if you like.
It's a decent amount of fluid.
Burns a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot more fluid.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not that bad. It's just a little bit of blood. Thank you for your
No problem. Love you.
It took like 20 minutes. Day 1. Okay, day 2. I'm by myself today. Yesterday was good. I think the only symptom I maybe had was being extremely tired. Like I took like a 3-hour nap. But I don't know if that was from the medicine or if it was just, it was my one day off and I was really tired from the weekend, or if it was the medicine. So, we're gonna get the meds out, let them come to room 10 and do shots day 2. I feel fine with the Gonal F. It's the mine up here. I'm gonna have to watch the video again. I did it by myself. Less stressful today because I only had to mix one. Hey, we'll see how the day progresses if I feel anything. Hopefully not, because I have to teach tonight. I have a lot of choreo to prep. So, here we go. Okay, we're on day 5 of stim injections, so I thought I'd just do a little rundown of all the symptoms I'm feeling, because there are some. Yesterday night, so last night, I started to feel like a lot of fullness, like in my lower belly, like not like I ate too much dinner or something. And it's a weird sensation, but I can literally feel my ovaries, like there's like little twinges here and there, but it's not like normal period cramps, because my period cramps are usually really, really bad. So it's like a really interesting feeling. Almost, it's like similar to like a full bladder, but different. And then like fogginess in the brain, definitely feeling that while I'm teaching. Like I don't feel as clear-headed, but I'm still teaching, so that's good. And tonight I have a bigger night, 1 class tomorrow and a solo, and Saturday I have a large photo shoot for our whole studio, so fingers crossed that I don't feel terrible all day. But no, our kids are great and parents are great, so I'm excited to do that, to kind of have something to put my mind to. And then what else? Yesterday when I was doing the injections, like the right side of my abdomen was like hard, so I kind of just massaged that a little bit yesterday and it got better. I slept better last night, so that's good. I think just day 3, when my estrogen was rising too quickly, sorry, that's a gigantic bird. I was just feeling really, really shitty, honestly. So yesterday I felt a lot better. So hopefully today goes well, and tomorrow we do the ultrasound and blood work check to see how my follicles are growing, and I feel like they're growing because I can literally feel it. Just a flock of geese. I love where we live. Can you see? We live right on Utah Lake, so we get those all the time. Anyway, I'm excited for the ultrasound to see how the follicles are growing, because I feel like they are growing. So yeah, hopefully today feels just as good as yesterday. Day 6. So that means we're, let's see, day 6 means we're halfway to the projected egg retrieval day. So only 6 more days of this, hopefully. Maybe less, maybe more, depending on how things look. So today I have blood work and ultrasound to monitor how the follicles are growing. That's not till 11:45, which is in 2 hours. So hopefully that goes well. And then they'll kind of adjust the projected retrieval date. And then I also will probably start the other med, Cetrotide, that I have not done yet. And that kind of stops the eggs from actually ovulating out of my ovaries, so we can keep that reserve in there just packed in tight and keep growing. So I'm excited for today. Today's halfway.
More than halfway, technically.
It's day 6 and it's 12 days projected, but we'll see how the little follicles look today.
So the cervix is right here. Top of the uterus is coming around this way. So first we're just measuring your lining. Just by looking at it. It's fantastic. I'll give you a number. Yeah, 10 millimeters, which is great. You might get to be about to eat at this point. So, so your ovaries
got done with the ultrasound and blood work, and we have good news. Things are progressing quickly. So my ultrasound tech said that I have about 20 follicles on each ovary, so 40, which is a lot. So I have to now take my Cetrotide injection, which I have not done before. So we're gonna figure out how to do that, and I have to get to work. So she told me to come home and take it immediately. So here we are. This thing is freaking huge. I don't know if you can tell. I'm so glad that's not going in my body. That is unnecessarily big. It's kind of satisfying. They also said my uterine lining is like above average at this point. So that's good. Not like crazy, it's on track. Just a little bit above what it's supposed to be. But they said that's a good thing. And then everything else is looking good too. I have a lot of follicles. So that explains why it's already feeling full down there. So exciting day. I'm super, super happy with the progress and that my body's responding well. I'm just super, super grateful. So let's go teach dance. October 7th, so it is day 7 of STEMS, and today's a big day. I have our studio photo shoot, day 2 of 3, and I have 9 teams today, so I'm definitely feeling uncomfortable with just like the swelling in my lower belly. I just feel like, ugh, today. Last night especially, but Spence and I got to go to dinner last night, which we rarely get to do. So that was really, really fun, and just had a night together, and he helped me get ready for my photo shoot today. So now, because my follicles are maturing really quickly, I have to take the Cetrotide in the mornings, and because of the photo shoot, I'm going to take it earlier, so it's like 7:36 right now, and just the following days all the way up to egg retrieval, I need to take this, or I guess until I do the trigger shot, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so now I'm just waiting for them to come to room temperature. It's October 8th, and it's day 8 of my STEMS injections. Yesterday my camera died, and then my phone ran out of storage, so I didn't finish filming, but yesterday's shots went well, and my photo shoot went really, really well. All the dancers did amazing. They looked awesome, and parents were awesome, like checking in on me, making sure I'm doing good, and asked if they could bring me anything, so that was really, really nice. There's a lot of moms at the studio that have like shared their story of going through IVF. I'm like already crying. So a lot of my dancers are kids from IVF, so, and they're the sweetest kids, and I'm really, really thankful that people are sharing their stories with me, and like I'm really close with those people, and just am really happy that people have found success through IVF, and I'm hoping that we get that outcome and have kids just as awesome as they are. Anyway, so we gotta go take our shot because we have to take it at the exact same time every day so I don't ovulate. But all things are good. I'm excited to have a day off and just rest my body. The trigger tonight, and I'm in the middle of teaching, so we're just gonna read the email, do it, take my time. Class is taking care of, but it's happening. So they sent me really specific instructions, so it's turning around. This is the one with the freaking mutation. Everything's ready. I just have to wait until 8:30 on the dot. It's 11 o'clock and I took another one. Look how much darker the line is. Well, not really, but at least the trigger has worked. And then I'll hear from the doctor soon. Okay. It's egg retrieval day. Okay, what's your final guess on how many eggs we'll get?
I'm going with 16.
Remember, there's like 40 falls.
I'm going with 16.
16?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 44.
Full-blown eggies?
Mm-hmm.
Like a hen.
It'll probably be less, but I think it will be high.
Aim high, babe. Aim for the stars.
Okay, let's go make a baby. You can't make me laugh.
Sorry. It's been about an hour total since you went back. They're counting up the eggs right now. And then Dr. Gertrude will come in and talk to us.
It's Friday the 13th of October, and we are at the day after my surgery, so I thought I'd just give an update on how everything went. As you saw, we got there and I was in a lot of pain. They took me back and left Spencer there, and he had his own situation. And then they just got me in my room, got me changed, and took my vitals and started an IV. And then I walked into the OR, and the anesthesiologist just gave me something. He said, "This will make you just feel really relaxed." And I was out already. The surgery went well, and then we had to wait for the doctor. She came in and said that everything was amazing. They got the polyp removed just fine. And then she said that we got 34 eggs, which is so many. I think it was like a good amount, like it's a lot, but it's not so much that it is like dangerous for me, and just gives us a lot of options. So they put the eggs in like little dishes, and then they put the sperm in the same, so it's like a natural IVF situation, because sometimes they can do what's called ICSI and like inject the sperm into the egg directly, but we just let them like do their thing. And then today we're gonna get a call on how many eggs got fertilized. That's where we're at. I also got pictures of like my ultrasounds. So all of those like black spots are follicles. So this was day 10. So they got even bigger, but all of those holes are follicles, and the thought is that there would be like an egg in each follicle that was measuring over 10. So then that was the last ultrasound, but then after the trigger shot they tend to mature even more, so that's why I was so uncomfortable. They're like the size of grapes in my belly. I'm excited, feeling really proud that my body was able to get through that fine. So now we just watch for the signs of the OHSS stuff. We'll watch for that and we'll wait for the call and I'll update more.
So the 34 eggs, this morning there are 20 that are fertilized.
20? Okay.
And so sometimes the eggs, the immature eggs will fertilize later, so we'll continue to culture everything, but we know we have 20 for sure. And so now the plan is to biopsy the embryos as they make it through the blastocyst stage. And that'll be on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay.
So we'll give you a call each of those days with an update.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, you betcha. Thank you. Okay. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
We have how many?
20.
Yay.
20 babies.
I'm good. I was just calling to go over your day 5 report. Do you have a second?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So today we were able to biopsy and freeze 2 embryos. We are going to push the rest to tomorrow, and there are quite a few that I expected to be ready.
Okay.
They just weren't quite ready for us today, so that's why we're pushing them.
Okay.
Someone will give you a call tomorrow letting you know how many more we were able to biopsy and freeze.
Okay. Do you have an estimate on how many you think for tomorrow?
I can't guarantee anything, but
Yeah.
I looked between like maybe 7 more tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
I think we'll get pretty close to that biopsy 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to say, but there were quite a few that looked promising for tomorrow.
Awesome. We have 2 embryos. Okay, it is October 19th and I am officially 1 week out from having my egg retrieval surgery, so I just wanted to talk about the last week and what's been happening with my body. I developed OHSS pretty bad, and we were nervous about that all along, but I guess was very unprepared for what it would actually be like. So from what I understand, and I could totally be wrong, but they have to pierce each follicle in order to get the eggs to come out, but then fluid leaks out after, and then with the hormone shifts and everything, my body just is having a hard time regulating itself. So I have a lot of fluid collection behind my uterus and next to my right ovary, and my right ovary is still extremely enlarged. And then I just have like my whole abdomen, it literally looks like I'm super pregnant, just from all the fluid and the bloating and everything. And it's been really painful. Like, it's been really hard to walk normally. Like, any use of my abs getting up, rolling over, like I have to just lay on my back, and it's been rough. So pretty much what they've been doing is just giving me medicine to manage the pain. Also just monitoring my vitals, because those have been off. Like, my resting heart rate is like 100, and that's not typical for me. My blood pressure has been really high. My breathing has been a little bit funky, and she just explained that it's like all that pressure in my abdomen is pushing up onto my diaphragm and into my lungs. But my actual lung function is okay. Like, my oxygen level is okay, and I don't have any fluid inside of my lungs, so they're not worried about that. So the places that the fluid is in is apparently really hard to drain, and I would have to go under general anesthesia again, and then there's just risks with that, risk of infection, and then prolonging the healing anyway. So apparently once my period starts again, the symptoms should really drop down and my body should regulate itself again. But I've been going in every day for monitoring, blood work, and then for an IV of fluids, because even though my belly is like full of fluids and my abdomen is like so big, my actual veins like aren't getting the hydration that they need. So I've been doing that and it seems to be helping, but mostly just the pain medication is helping a lot. Trying to just move forward is really difficult. Trying to get back to work has been really hard. I can't just dwell and just stay home. So I'm trying to do as much as I can, but also letting my body heal because it did a lot for me in the last couple weeks. We'll just keep monitoring that, and then hopefully by next week I'll start my period and then everything will kind of chill out. But that's how the healing process has been going. And then we've gotten word back about our embryos. So you saw the phone call with the embryologist showing that we had 2 embryos and that there would maybe be some more that we could add to it. And we were able to add in 8 more embryos to the batch that we're gonna send off. And then we have 6 additional ones that are just gonna be frozen. So that means we have 16 total embryos, which is such a big number, and I did not expect that many to be viable. I just haven't heard of that many. We can only send off 10 at a time, and really if all of those come back genetically normal, then we won't have a need for those other 6, but we'll just keep them just in case. But if we burn through 10 embryos, then obviously something crazy is going on. So I'm feeling really, really hopeful with that. And I got the call when I was at my appointment getting my IV of fluid, so I didn't film anything. That's the state that we're in. Spencer's super excited. We were talking last night that it's like a weird feeling that like our children, our future children, are already a part of the world. It's really bizarre to think about, like they're not with us, but they're out there. So we're just hoping that everything continues to heal for my body, and then we can start the process of a frozen embryo transfer. So we should get those results in about 2 weeks and we'll go from there. November 9th, and we have our plan of care meeting for our frozen embryo transfer. So it's an exciting day. I'm just gonna go over our PGT results for our embryos. So we ended up with our 16 embryos, and then we sent 10 off to be tested. They biopsy each embryo and send it to California. They got tested through a company called Progenesis. They basically just check their DNA and make sure that everything is chromosomally normal. We got the call a couple weeks ago now. They came back 100% normal for every single embryo that we tested. So all 10 of them are completely viable. And she said that's like unheard of and so rare to get that many. So they sent us the report of them. They told us the gender of all of them, but I'm trying not to look at them anymore because we want it to be a surprise. And we're just gonna say pick the highest, strongest, graded, whatever. And then we can have somewhat of a normal surprise at the time of transfer, or even after that. I don't know, we haven't decided. So we have a 4 AA. AA is the best, by the way. 4 AA, a 4 BA, a 6 AA, a 6 AA, a 5 BA, a 5 AA, a 4 BB, a 4 AA, a 4 AA, and a 4 AB. So I'm assuming that a 6 AA is the best, but I honestly don't know. We'll find out more as we go through the process. So 2 of them were a day 5 embryo, so that's just by day 5 they had reached the what's called blastocyst stage, and there's a lot that goes into that I'm like medically, I don't know how that all works. The rest of them are day 6, so I don't know if that plays into it, if like a day 5 is stronger or a day 6. I don't know. And then they gave us the genders. I'm not looking at specifically what's what, but we have 5 boys and 5 girls, which is so weird. So today we're just hopefully gonna get our calendar, what that looks like, what the medicines look like, and I have tons of questions I'm gonna ask in there, and then I'll report back and see what next steps look like. Okay, appointment is done. That was a little less exciting than I thought it would be. Apparently I was supposed to have been on birth control this whole time since the retrieval, and they did not tell me to do that, so the calendar that they made up has to be revised. So I had a little cry, and now we're just gonna move forward. So now the issue is my period is not regular, so they were like, okay, you should start your period on this day, and I'm like, well, that probably won't happen. November 20th is my next appointment. We'll see where I'm at in my cycle. If I haven't started, then I'll start on Provera, which will then hopefully start my period within that week. And then on day 3, I come in for my baseline ultrasound. And then from there, I take medications for 3 weeks. And then we have the embryo transfer. So they asked us how we want to move forward with which embryo. So we just told them what I explained, just pick the best one. And she actually said, I wish she didn't say it, but it worked out fine. She said that they actually like to do a 4 AA instead of a 6. So apparently by level 6, that's where they've like completely hatched out of their like little, I don't know what it's called, the shell kind of, I guess. So a 6 is that it's like just kind of outgrown that, and those are harder to manipulate. It's like, it's good that they've gotten that far, but they want to be able to control it a little bit more. She would recommend a 4 AA, and she said, well, you have both genders for that, so that'll be fun. And I was like, I didn't want to know that, but it's fine because there's 2. So she was like, you have so many like high graded ones, so lots to choose from. This is the part where it starts to get like stressful. Like, yeah, the first part, it was just like the unknown and it was uncomfy and it didn't, but now it's like, is it gonna work or is it not? And that's really scary. So we've had so much good luck so far that part of my brain is like, okay, well, where's the ball gonna drop? Hopefully it's like, we've had our suffering for the last 3 years getting diagnosed with X, Y, and Z and having to wait, and then this is finally our time. So like, I'm so excited we have this opportunity, and a lot of people don't even get to where we are right now. So I'm very grateful, but also still really scared. So we got this. Oy vey. Thanksgiving, and today we start our frozen embryo transfer protocol. So for the first couple weeks I only have to do some pills, and I'm so grateful I don't have as many shots, but I know I will if the transfer ends up working. So today we've just got 2 pills in the morning, 2 at night, and we'll continue doing that until, hopefully until I'm like 10 or 12 weeks pregnant. So bottoms up. Here we go. We have medication. Came in the mail. Just a few needles. Okay, so these are the shots that are gonna go in the glute muscle. That's so nice. It comes pre-mixed. Okay, let's take a quick look at these needles. I think that's the mixing needle. And then this is the injecting needle. So it's still pretty big. I mean, it's like the size of my finger. Okay, we don't have to do that for a little while. I'm just doing the estrogen pills right now. I haven't really had any side effects. I'm just a little bit tired, but other than that, feeling good so far. We've got another one. This is the progesterone that just came in the mail. Okay. It's a big box of progesterone suppositories, so that is not the fun stuff. Okay, good morning. It's Friday, December 1st, and today was my ultrasound for this frozen embryo transfer. It went well. My lining is at a 10. It's supposed to be above a 7, so everything's looking good there. And then we did blood work to check my estrogen levels, and I'll get a call about that later. So everything's going well so far, and next week will hopefully be the start of the progesterone shots. So fingers crossed everything keeps looking this good. Hey, it's December 8th, and today is the day that I start my progesterone and oil shot. So yesterday I had blood work to check my estrogen and progesterone levels, and everything is looking good. So I've been taking the estrogen pills morning and night, and that's just making my levels rise, which is a good thing. We're just priming the uterus for transfer. So today is the first day of shots, and then hopefully I'll continue doing these for 12 full weeks. It's gonna be a journey, so we've got everything all set up and ready to go.
But yeah. No, but how'd that feel?
It didn't hurt though.
What?
It didn't hurt.
What? That's great.
It's not that bad.
But your butt looked good.
Thank you. Now I just sit on the heat because it's mixed with sesame oil, so you don't want it to like coagulate and cause welts.
Can I get you anything?
No.
Okay, good job, lad.
Thank you for being there.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, seeing it go into a butt is not nearly the same as seeing it go into a vein. I love you.
I love you. I really don't have any pain. It's been 30 minutes, so we're good so far, but I would imagine that 10 weeks of this would make me very sore. Today is our frozen embryo transfer. It's December 13th. How are you feeling?
Good.
We're ready.
Ready to roll?
Just staying calm. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works.
Yes. Hopefully.
We're staying positive.
Stay positive. Let's go do it.
We got the transfer talks. Is it gonna be a boy or girl?
I don't know.
I'm feeling boy.
They're doing their last identification check. So that is under the microscope in real time. She's gonna zoom in on your little baby. It's a gorgeous embryo. So I just handed the inner catheter. She's loading the embryo. When she comes back in, she'll have the embryo in the inner catheter. We'll thread it through. And set up to the top of the uterus and then help the embryo out. We won't be able to see the embryo itself on the ultrasound because they're just too small, but we'll see little air bubbles around the column of fluid that the embryo is in, they'll look like white dots. Okay, and we're almost done. Now let our arm go. 2, 1. You see that bright spot? Those bright spots up here at the top? Those are the air bubbles. Lovely. So we landed right in the middle of the thick part, about a centimeter from the top. That's exactly what I want to see. Okay. But again, since we can't see the embryo, I'm just going to double check. So we're just going to keep you here for like 1 more minute until. Okay. Okay, we're all clear. Great. Good luck with everything, you guys.
We did it. There's an embryo inside my body. So we just hope that it sticks. And we're gonna do the superstition where McDonald's French fries is apparently something that you're supposed to eat after. How'd you feel about that whole process?
It's good. It's quick.
It was super quick, but my bladder was so full and I was starting to get hungry. And obviously,
And the Valium's kicking in.
the Valium's kicking in and I'm weepy, but we got to see the embryo. So, there it is. I think that's what made me emotional, was actually seeing it. Kept it a surprise. I was worried that they were gonna accidentally slip.
Yep.
We did it.
Chasing the stars into the night. I wanna see what I can find. Out in the open, burying the shadows in the light. Ready to leave it all behind. I wanna dance in the rain, in the heart of the storm. Oh, to get lost like I've never before. I wanna know what it's like not to hide anymore. Find what I've been searching for. I wanna be I wanna dance in the rain, in the heart of the storm. To get lost like I've never before. I wanna know what it's like not to hide anymore. Find what I've been searching for. I wanna be restored.
Today's July 7th, 2024, and I'm 4 days past my embryo transfer. So I had it on July 3rd. So today's the day where some people start to get positives on their pregnancy test. And I know this is like controversial to test you on your own this early, but I just want to. So I'm just doing it on my own. I don't want to stress Spencer out. But I know my expectations. If it's negative, it doesn't mean I'm completely out. It just means that the HCG is not high enough to be detected yet. So it's okay if it's negative. If there's anything, it's going to be super faint. You can't really see it. What? there. I'm shocked. It's me, but it's there. I'm like speechless. I really did not think that would be anything there. I can't wait to show him. He's golfing. I've been joking like a third time's a charm. I'm so happy. I'm so relieved.
In these bodies we will live, in these bodies we will die, and where you invest your love, you invest your
today's
life.
July 12th. I'm 9 days past transfer today, and I had blood work this morning. They call it the beta HCG test to see how the level of pregnancy hormone is. So I obviously got my test that said that I was pregnant, and so now it's just, I got that the first time as well, so now it's just seeing how high that level is. I'm like freaking out inside, but trying to stay calm and know that it will be what it will be.
Good.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, perfect. So Sierra, your HCG levels did come back positive today. That's that pregnancy level.
Yay!
Yeah, it's at 77. So we like it around 80. So it is pretty close to that, which is good. So it's a good draw. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then your progesterone was good. No intervention on that. So just use the dose you're taking. Perfect. Call me if you think of anything. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
To meet your maker.
Under the surface, all of the things I couldn't see. Out on the edge of clarity, calm in the current.